Mama once said that to build a future, you have to look at the past. Here, I'm looking at my past, guys. I am stuck. But it is well, because clearly the future holds fruits. So Mama once said that if you need to build a future, you need to look at your past. Better still, Nerima, you need to use wisdom to be able to utilize this past to propel you to the future. So, if someone ever told me that I would be standing here right now and renewing my vows with you, Dutch, I'd have said they are mad. You'd have said they're mad, right? I'd have said they're mad. Because our pasts are filled with scars. Our pasts are filled with scars to the point where we cannot consider a present in our hearts. Our past are filled with bloodshed, filled with all this pain and slavery to the point that we cannot consider a calm shed in this present. Our past marred with hate and contempt. Our pasts, our continents fall. Reasons? Desertification, diversification, humanity, religion, our pasts, scattered in the ashes within our present minds, our past. Our ancestors might as well be rolling down their graveyards right now. Our past. Can you hear my heart beating? But Mama said, you do not have to live in the past. Mama said, you can learn from your past. Mama said, you can take that brevity and walk with it. You can take that courage and walk with it. Better still, run with it. Run with it. From the golden arrows that put Angola on the map. Who remembers Queen Zinga? Who knows Queen Zinga? I will not ask. From our very own Kilumi dance that had Siotune Wakiduke reign. From the wit and courage of Queen Amana Rines. Who knows Queen Amana Rines? Ooh, someone relates, guys. Because our past was filled with courage, with power, with strength. Africa. So dear Dutch, as we stand in front of you, rather as I'm walking past you, interrogating this paper called the Dutch Africa Partnership, laying my guard down, ready to listen. Speak to me, Dutch. Speak to me. And he chooses to serenade. Africa. Oh, Africa. 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 Oh, Africa. My Africa. My strength. Equivalent to the 2.5 billion young youth under the age of 25 by 2050. My Africa. My strength and future. talk of the 60% of the world's highest solar energy with only 1% utilized. We can do more, Africa. Can't we? Africa, my submissive, with 130 million still depending on humanitarian aid in the stats of 2022. That needs to be fixed. My sustenance, the global national product currently, or rather in the next few years, in 2050, will be 6 folds better. $17 trillion. That's something to work with, Africa. Africa, my future. So walk with me, Dutch says. So I walk with him. He says, walk with me. Tell him. Tell him about the migration and mobility agreement, by the way. It's going to have the stability of the refugees and the displaced person. Dutch tells me, walk with me. So I walk with Dutch. And he says, together, my dear, we shall achieve economic resilience. Together, your local businesses will have competitive Dutch influence. It says, walk with me and I walk with him. He says, with your raw materials and our combined efforts, we will be able to create jobs. No, wait. That says, we will create magic. Say magic. We will create magic, guys. We will create jobs. We will create, eradicate poverty. We will do all these things. So walk with me. Africa. 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 Africa, oh, Africa, do this with me. Africa, 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 oh, Africa. Dutch, thank you, thank you. Thank you for speaking to us in front of the congregation. I know we are holding our hands right now. I know we are laying our guards down right now. But I cannot fail to ask the questions that linger in my mind right now. The question that the congregation has for us today before the Africa-Dutch partnership takes over. Question. How can we ensure that this engagement does not lead to modern-day colonialism? My aunt is very hesitant of this reunion. How? How do we ensure that our local businesses thrive amidst the competitiveness of the global markets in Dutch? My people are wary. They ask how? How do we ensure that our cultural differences still uphold our culture? My good Lord, our grandparents have their eyebrows raised. How, tell me? How do we ensure that we become prosperous without the fears that we hold in our hearts? How? Spontaneous. Ooh. Ooh. The heartbeats. Ooh. The heart cries. Ooh. Africa, Africa. Africa, if you're an African.
Africa.
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 Africa. Africa. Africa. Africa. Africa. Spontaneous, guys, with Tajezo himself. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.